amal njëriñi askan bi ak ñan ñoo ko amalul. So we give it back to the people to make those decisions. And we hope very well ne ni Gambia di métier gën a métier nii saaku maalo bi mu ngi yokku mu ngi yu nekk ciment you talking about 360 something bi maa jógee Gambia just this year rek you talking about 280 yokku na by $80 in less than 6. So all these things nga gis ne increment bi mu ngi dem like kenn xamut no fan la moo dem te nit ñi seen salaire yaa ngi still remain low kon nit ñooñu noonu man I have no doubt ne dinañ jëli seen uti seen carte yi toog bu kenn xuloo bu kenn xeex bu kenn def lu ñaaw bu kenn yaaxal lu waa dem vote the IEC bi by the time you get there we will address them. It is also improving. It has been worse but ñoom tamit xam nañ ne fi nekk ne new system xam ne moo nekk in place by 2026 dinañ make sure ne ñoom it li ma leen a wax mooy ñu ne card voting dañoo dem which is more transparent more easy to count much better to vote with nañ make voting be easy for the people nañ make voting be mu reflect the decision of the Gambian people te loolu pour mu xam tamit pour ñu respect leen ak supa bi génnee foofu sax keneen koy muntu ñëwit the same thing lañ expect because dañ ne the Independent Electoral Commission te section 42 of the Gambian Constitution daf leen jox doole pour ñu def li nga xam ne moom mooy njëriñi askan bi not njëriñi président bi seetli
waaw jërëjëf fu ñëw daanal wax bi because dama la invite fi 30 minutes te xala mu ngi xala guddi fu mu nekk nii te xam naa ne bu yàggu na wàcca liggéey so thank you léegi ñu ñëw conclude interview bi rek thank you so much Mr. Dodou Ndow former member of GDC léegi independent politician la bokkut fenn xam nga dina ñëw UDP nag xam nga da nga ñëw UDP but there is one thing that question within ECOWAS now they have this there are calls for no to third term for leaders. ECOWAS MPs, a Ghanaian MP and a member of parliament from Liberia made calls, even Adama Barrow growing calls that he should not go for third term, even though Lolo Nehut NPP supporters. So what is your take on this pattern? Sister Hera, do you think Barrow would go for third term? Knowing that right now, Aduna, there is growing his godfather in Senegal, Macky Sall, is not going. Why Barrow announced on the 2026 mom did not tahaw. Seriously, do you think he will go for it? Duru?
Wow, Barrow 2026, li ko war a taxawal 70% of li ko taxawal mu ngi jógee ci UDP naka la moo stratégiser. Because Barrow fi mu nekk nii mu ngi taxaw si leveling boobu noonu of the UDP ne harassment beeg tribalist beeg yooyu noonu yëpp man de wax naa ne I've never seen a video of Honorable Ousainou Darboe Excellency fu mu taxawee mu wayi fi olof wala soose wala joola waaye gis naa président Barrow day fu mu taxawee si rally ba soona including his ministers ñu wax loolu kon if we are judging tribal of course man dama believe ne kon président bi sax lañu war a gën a hold accountable to that even though tribalism does exist in the whole world but yow nga nekk a person of that high responsible office waruloo mën a taxaw in public di emphasize loolu we've seen it maa ngi remember in 2018 when I was in the GDC 2018 or 2020 sorry bi nga xamante ne ki nga xam ne moo di current minister of agriculture Demba Sabally ñoo fa nekkoon moo nekkoon si national chairman waxee ne 2 years of kii Adama Barrow moo ñu gënal sax di 2 days of Honorable Ousainou Darboe Excellency man ma génnoon ma counter loolu because man maa nekkoon di diaspora PRO te li taxoon may doon counter loolu because like I always say dama believe ne opposition should not always fight but again that time mu ngi am the intention to def lim def dem NPP.
time boobu mu ngi uddi yoon pour dem NPP.
exactly so on wa ali rek ci starting bi but UDP ni ñoo stratégiser li may ma ne political parties si modern democracy bi ñoom not ne rek ne pour dem election lañ waaye ñoom dañu war a nekk ñoo xam ne dañ war a encourage the citizenry bi si morally ak procedurally legit si li loo xam ne dañ koo def ba tax na si kaw loolu soo gisee ma ne la UDP ñoom fi mu nekk ni ñoom ñooy drive nan la NPP di demee so fi mu nekk ni il faut toll ne comme rebranding ak reforming boobu ma la wax noonu and we all know ne in the last 22 years during the days of Jammeh UDP mënutoon a def lu bari lu moo def tey, which is a good news, because of course ñu ngi woon under the dictatorship and things were just hard in their side, and ku nekk gis na what they had to go through, and of course gis nañ tamit after loolu noonu immediately from 2016 ba léegi improvements yuñ def. So maa ngi leen a encourage rek pour ñu further work on that, to reform and rebrand, knowing that they are the biggest political party now.
There is a very interesting text message I received from Gambia. You're so polite, I will read it. This person is very close to the corridors of power. I'm not Luma Binda in terms of Barrow that in the context of 2026. So far as analysis, I will read the text message verbatim. This person is very close to the system there. So because we get the program, Barrow 2026. I'll just let you finish answering your questions because I don't want his opinion
to influence mine.
To play into whatever you're going to say. So you go ahead. I think this is going to be very interesting for people to know. I don't know how true this is, but it's very interesting. Go ahead and finish your... sorry to interject. Apologies, my interject. Sorry.
No problem.
Yeah.
So for example, lolu moy so su fekkee ne léegi UDP taxawal nañ ki nga xam ne mooy Excellency Ousainou Darboe, Barrow dafa believe ne si boppam bi, even though foofu sax it's a 50-50 chance for him ne du win, waaye dafa believe ne in that case moom su demee election dina win because one Gambians will prefer him before Ousainou Darboe moom si boppam bi moom si doxalinam si ni ma ko analyser. Waaye su fekkee ne yu ñëw nañ from their reform ak their rebranding, ñu ñëw ñu ne léegi we have a new candidate boo xam ne dina encourage diversity, dina encourage dina nekk the face of the party boo xam ne tey man xam naa ne UDP majority of the suma tuddul majority sax half of your executive suma ay ñoom Tantang fa aji seena bu Yam Seka ñoom Bajen ñoom Yaamu Ndaw aji Yaamu Ndaw yaabo suñu xarit su yaay ak many of them ñoom aji ñoom kii Oli Diba Wada suma cousin, many of people suma friends, they are there. So ñooñu ñëpp they are Mandinkas. Waaye xam nga Lista Lauro Jawara ndeysaan politique la. He played the game with Honorable Halifa Sallah with the doy, if you remember. And loolu dafa nekk si dafa tënk doy ba nga xam ne daf ko yaaxal lu bari, even though we know the caliber of Halifa Sallah ak what he can do. But li nga xam ne tam moom la ko Jawara sànni woon loolu la ko Gambien si doon gisee as ne ñii dañ fi nekk rek di make noise di doyadi so ko wax ñu ne la Gambia doy nii waaye ku nekk xam na tey ne doy seen position in the Gambian politics. So moo tax ma back to lu ma doon wax rek ne su fekkee ne nag ne UDP ñëw with that decision, and I don't know what is their plan. I'm not in their executive and I don't have any link with any of them there, but all I can say is ne Gambians si tamit there is 60% or 40% boo xam ne sorry di ñoo nekk di undecided voters yi ñooñu non partisans yi ñooñu tamit ñooñu seen mindset moo need to change, and changing lan moo leen a magnetize lan moo leen a pull from that UDP's decision ba nga xam ne ñooñu dina ñëw support di UDP ñu génnee fa Barrow because ñoom tam sonna nañ ñoom tam bëggaatuñ fa Barrow boo tamit xamuñ ban direction la UDP di jël. So lii mooy li nga xam ne man mooy suma analysis si mbir mi. So ba tax na I encourage you guys pull comme ni ma ko waxee rek ne it's better half a loaf is better than none. So we take President Adama Barrow out of office in 2026. You am a better Gambia led by you people with the right person, of course. Boo xam ne dina nekk foofu noonu with the whole Gambia. And I'm not saying in any way ne dama discredit Honorable Ousainou Darboe because man xam naa ko personally more than ñu nekk si gannaawam sax. Xam naa ne amul benn tribalism bu nekk ci moom. Xam naa ko depuis ba maa nekk xale bu ndaw te suma ay waajur xam nañ ko bu baax a baax benn tribalist nekkul ci moom. But Gambian party, especially even African party, ki ko jiite lu mu dee nekk loolu lañ dee moomale parti bi. So loolu tax Mama Kandeh for GDC ñu ne parti Pël la, UDP ñu ne parti Socé because of Ousainou Darboe. Nga dem si APRC ñu ne Yaya Jammeh moo ko jiite woon Joolaa la parti Joolaa. Nga ñëw doy ñu ne Halifa Sallah Wolof la. And all these things, demography of the people of the Gambia. Thank you.
No, thank you so much. Mbokk yi yéen a ngi déglu Dodou Ndow mooy suñu gan. Moom lu ma wax fii ne xalaatam la mu wax lu nga wax ni am na point, but I think ne it is sad people have not the borrow munut. Okay? Borrow munut, but some people are just trying to, like you said, 40% of undecided voters in your, I think only just example, like the waiting game to see what UDP is going to do, to see how they will swing. Because to me, if I am among those things, no matter what UDP does, because UDP, our people think that, okay, let me make it clear. It's UDP's process. You don't even have to be an executive to know what UDP is going to do. The party leader recently granted an interview on Kerfatu. I think you heard him. He said, we have a process. Whoever wants to apply for flag bearership, you have to apply to the central committee. All right? So, on the 2026, UDP will choose our flag bearer. 2026, right? That's when we will choose our flag bearer. The process that has been in place is the same process. Nobody stops anybody from applying because any UDP member, you have the criteria. Yeah. You also need on UDP, so go apply flag bearer. Then apply. You say no, that would apply. You go mom right boom You're right boom If the party leader you say no, that wants to apply, mom I'm not right from apply. We should not try to discriminate him to say that he should not, because I think that is discriminatory to say that mom to apply. He's also a member like any other person. Yes, and he can apply. If any other person in the party, so Lolota man, I don't know why this is even an issue for some people, because the process will be followed. UDP will no outsider, like we said, will dictate to us how we choose our flag bearer. We just have to follow the party's principle. UDP, I'm the constitution, right? Just like your GDC, I'm the constitution in how you choose your flag bearer, Mama Candela or somebody else. But this process will be taken, and Gambians will be told in 2026, UDP will announce when all these candidates apply, it is a central committee will examine the applicant. That's how Adama Barrow was selected. Adama Barrow applied to the central committee. There are other people who applied, Bo Jaju and others. Yeah? And that's how UDP will. UDP will always follow this process. So this is very simple. And we have explained this time and time again to Gambia. But I think people just try to confuse themselves. So, okay, leading back to this very interesting message from Gambia. How mandahiyaki again wah. I don't know whether you are talking to somebody in Gambia. No. I don't think you know this person. No. I don't think you know this person, because this person is somebody who is close to me. He's one of my guys there, but Momung is system. So there have been a text message. Mr. Sedili say, well, I'm listening to your show with your guest, Mr. Ndow. Very interesting. And the question that you asked is something that I want to share. What has been talked about within the ranks of NPP. Adama Barrow is caught in two minds whether he wants to contest in 2026 or not. Because of the pressure from the international community, he knows ECOWAS leaders are very much against this third term. But at the same time, there are some elements in NPP who are telling him, Mr. President, you have a right to contest because the 1997 Constitution has guaranteed you a right to contest. You should go for it and Gambians will vote for you. But what is clear, Adama has secretly, according to this person, let me make it clear, man, these are not my words. I'm reading a message. I don't know how true this is. This could all be lies. It could be true. So let nobody take this on me. Man, I'm just the messenger. Adama has secretly confided in some people that he's waiting to see what UDP is going to do. If UDP selects Alhaji Ousainou Darboe, Adama said he's going to go for presidency. Because if people are pressurizing him that he should not go for third term, Alhaji Ousainou Darboe also has been contesting for many times, and they should also say the same thing to Alhaji Ousainou Darboe not to contest. This is from this person who is giving us the NPV. Guys, listen to me. He said, but if UDP don't select Alhaji Ousainou Darboe, then Adama said he may consider not to contest, because in that case, both of them should go and retire. And, you know, this person who's texted me this message, this is somehow very similar to what NPP guys are saying. You remember Sehumbalo said, when people are saying no to Tatan, they went to the radio saying that there are other politicians who have gone like Halifa Saleh, they contested many times, like Hussein Odabo. So why are we not telling those people to retire? Why? You see, so listeners, all what I want you guys to understand is this person is close to the ranks of NPP, and he said this is the mindset of Adama Barrow. But
yeah,
what has what UDP does got to do with what Barrow do? Because Barrow, Alhaji Hussein Odabo is not elected president. He's still looking to become president. Okay? So no to third term is not Musuma Dega when they say no to third term for opposition. Because no to third term is normally for people who've been elected, they're serving the position. So Luta ki munge def papam as wujam like Alhaji Hussein Odabo should tahawe, mandina tahaw. Should tahaw. Manduma Tahau. Is this something that because I think you said something along that line, and that you're talking to somebody in Gambia. Because this person just sent me this text message. Mone, this is what Barrow is secretly, I don't know how true it is, I don't know that mom, he's just taking his opinion. But more Mune, this is what Barrow is confided within the ranks of some people. Do you think that this is true? Do you think Barrow didn't hell at any? And why is he so obsessed with what Alhaji Hussein Odabo does? Because Alhaji Hussein Odabo is going to put president, like a president. Huh?
There are two things to that. Because H.E. Dabo, mom, of course, the Commonwealth 2026, the Bolo Lokosi, in a sense, the Monica, the party leader and Secretary General of the Democratic Party. But
yeah.
For Adama Barrow, President Barrow, ñaari election sim dem yep am lim doon jaay Gambians and many of them they fall into it. As I mentioned to you earlier, ku xam Lawyer Dabo xam politique am gis na moo doxalee ak ni fu mu taxawal Gambia di nga understand ne of course he is nowhere near Adama Barrow tey sax su Adama Barrow amee lu mu am sax tey su ma eboone si liggéeyam la ak waaye because nit ñi tamit li ma doon war ma ko doon based on the political culture of our people. I told you earlier that politics is numbers and voting is numbers. Adama Barrow 2021 bi particularly xam na bu baax ne li tax nit ñi bari vote ko ñooñu dat 40% 30% ma doon wax noonu nga xam ne non partisan ñooñu noonu ñoom dañ fall into that te tam soo gisee ñu fall into that because xamuñ ko xëj na ni ma ko xamee o yow ni nga ko xamee or most of the party members ni nga ko xamee are politicians. Wante, comme que dañoo ut numbers, te dañoo ut place, of course, we have to understand how people think and how people work. So for that reason, motax sangha ma wax la ne la man tay I don't have a problem this money kon Gambia ñu def coalition ñu jital honorable Seydou Dabo ma ñu vote ko. You understand? I don't have a problem with that because tuuti xam naa ne experience bi ak intelligence bi ak knowledge bi mu ngi fa.
Yeah.
But that political base of 40%, 40% of the UDP in the Gambia, Rek Munta win law a president from the UDP, so it has to be a coalition, as we all know. And that coalition, that those people non-partisan, they could decide. Okay, UDP. Like every time they West Coast la dika man day like bokuma UDP de waaye dinaa votal Yankuba Dabo wala nga dégg ku nekk KMC mu ne la man day bokuma UDP de waaye dinaa votal Talib Bensouda so yoo dégg ku nekk Banjul xam nga this kind of things du nekkuma UDP waaye nii so those people ñooñu nga dee gën a dégg because ñi nga xam ne ñoom they are already part of the UDP they've been under the UDP base depuis 96 ba léegi ñooñu they always be in a very small amount ñoo fa génn to the place and so most of them will come back. So anyway, before 2026, I can see that happening. So as we have coming back, but lolu nonu moy dafa nek lo xamne ci culture bi la ak ci mindset of the people. Better na motax nga mané dafa depend ci ban strategy la UDP di use because tam xam nañ ne su fekkee ne honorable Ousainou Darboe mom la mo fa taxaw den Barrow brief na ne mom su démé dina ko win. Okay, te dina ko win bobu nonu mu ko base dina dem ci third term bobu legally yes tap ko am. Section 63 of the Constitution that will allow for them as much as he likes. Lulu changeable. So can you come stop on that? Can you come on legally? Mun lo taw. Why not? Then legal no ko Daniel that time. When it's the UDP, I'm in saying somebody else example, and I'm not saying this to make a suggestion. I'm just saying come on, luma observe. Because 5% of the people in the Gambia, you know, certain level of education.
No, we just having an open discussion because this is the role of the media. We are on a UDP platform, but we're just having an open discussion on national issues. Yeah.
So like this, you know, based on that, why are those people saying that? Because ñoom tamit ñu ngi feel okay ñu sonna nañ ci baro trop man ñu bari dañ ma ko dee wax sonna nañ ci baro trop ay waaye you know fi mu nekk nii ñan lañ fi yaakaar UDP waaye UDP nag dafa des pour ñu gis naka la ñoo lan la ñoo showee seen leadership because ñoom ñu nekk president in waiting, government in waiting, even su nekkee coalition sax ñoom ñu nekk di majority of the coalition. We learn from the mistakes of the past and we rectify everything that we did wrong from the past. So defee ñu xam naa ne I have no doubt with the level of knowledge and experience and interest that the people that believe in the UDP have will take Gambian forward. Man, lolo almost been doubt. Why not? Man, I'm just one, and maybe I'm among that 5% people. So I have no influence over that. So lolo tax manela sanga rek ne, comme li waji wax rek, man I totally concur with him.
Okay, fair enough. Senior National President of UDP has spoken. Ajaratu Yamuda Gayabo, National President of UDP, said, I'm going to nominate Alaji Usainu Dabo. Nduti, Wara Adama Barrow is afraid of Dabo. So, this is National President of UDP. Mangewa Helatam, see this was why get a job now. This is the beauty of democracy. Whatever, I will ask you to make your final word on the show. Manse who said it as a Gambian. Obviously, I'm a bona fide member of United Democratic Party. I am appealing to Gambians. For cry out loud, we can do better. Let's vote Barrow out in 2026. It doesn't matter who UDP selects as our candidate. Come on. No, there's no comparison between Alaji Usainu Dabo and Adama Barrow when it comes to who would be a better president. We have to think outside the box. Our country is on the brink of collapse, if it hasn't already collapsed, in all areas. There is hopelessness in our youth. That's why people are traveling to the back way. The energy sector, electricity situation is in a mess. The whole country is dysfunctional. Corrupt. Now our country is being tagged as a narcotic state. We had 3.8 metric tons of cocaine, Dodou. Ken Hamut Fanlaneka. Ken Hamut Kamoy Bantakita. Civil servants, ñu ngi def lu leen ne. Adama is gradually turning into a dictator. Adama right now, am na audacity, Dodou. Yene court suñ firee nit jox la bail. Moom dafa introduce IGPM bi pour ñu dem re-arrest la. Adama has started speaking in the same tone as Yaya Jammeh, only God can remove me from power. Adama has started saying, there can be my country. All the ugly past he's reminding us of. What would it take Gambians to realize Adama is the worst leader right now among all presidents? Kan nga muna joxon nga ne ko Adama mo tane president bi fu mu nekk nii even in West Africa ban president nga muna jox nga ne Adama mo tane ki. This is the president that we give $10 million to go and meet with the people pour mu waxtaan mu xool déglu leen seen problème bi affaire wér-gu-yaram affaire mbéy bi affaire education jàng bi waaye instead he spends good chunk of his time di gaaruwaale di wax yoo xam ne kenn xamul bopp bi ak génn bi. This is the president right now started threatening civil servants, Dodou. Mu ne léegi suñ demee si office ku ne man bokkuma fenn kon dinañ xam ne yow yu and in fact bu mu waxee loolu Minister of Public Office Baboucarr Mboye started trying to defar ko where already Adama Yahanafi because Kogu was trying to be clever. Mu ne the people that they are dismissing are the people who are not working. At least Adama moko gonna honest. Because moom mu ngi try to cover up their shady deals. Because Adama génn na mu ne léegi ku ne man si parti bokkuma parti rek dinañ xam ne yow opposition sympathiser nga so dinañ la daaxa so ministre bu mu génn di wax rek mu ngi bëgg a try to do damage control but he ended up saying something loolu xam ne du dëgga mu ne léegi they have started firing people ñoo xam ne they are incompetent te loolu nekku dëgga so lu may ñaan Gambians yi bu leen xool lu UDP def it doesn't matter who our candidate is going to be. Our process is not going to be influenced by outsiders. It's only when you are a member of UDP that you'll have a stake in who our flag bearer is going to be. It is only us UDP who are going to choose our flag bearer through the process that we have to follow. If Alhaji Ousainou Darboe decides for whatever reason, he's not going to go for flag bearer seat. That's within his remit. But also, if he decides he will go for it, it's within his remit, right? We have just seen president that's elected in Liberia, 78, 3 years older than Alhaji Ousainou Darboe. All right? So, age is not a problem. There's nothing wrong with his faculty. There's nothing wrong with his mentality. And he's a lawyer by profession. He would be a better president by miles than Adama Barrow. So those independent voters, even if UDP said Alhaji Ousainou Darboe, why can't for the interest of the country say it doesn't matter? Man, right now, it doesn't matter. Can la UDP tane, moye tane Barrow. Let's just get Barrow out. Like we came together say, yange time is struggle, but then you wanna even Hajsa more tane. You remember those statements? Whoever couldn't tane, and that's why we came together because we were fed up with Jammeh. I think we should be on the same melting point. To say it doesn't matter can the UDP Tana. We are better off with any candidate that UDP select, whether it's Alhaji Ousainou Darboe or somebody else. Let's have a change. Because kufa neka munut yobore with Dodou. So Amanda, I'm appealing to you, those people that you speak to, you are somebody you are influential. Talk to them and say, you know what? It doesn't matter what UDP does. Let's remove this person because Barrow, it will be a disaster for Barrow to continue to lead our country. The maternal deaths, jigeni de bari. The infant mortality rate on the rise. The hospitals, nyata hale nyo de under Adama Barrow, AKI rek 80 something. Tebele justice not served. Can have for that. He's not even in his interest. So Barrow is the worst president for Gambia, as far as I'm concerned. He is worse than Yaya Jammeh. Yaya Jammeh, the only side behind Tanana Yaya Jammeh is the gross human rights violations. But administratively, Dodou Yohamgane Yaya Jammeh more taneki. Nguri Adam Yaya Jammeh more taneki. Tani Jammeh, you will not see letters. You've been a letter full of mistakes, Dodou. All right? Yaya Jammeh was the first Sohor, he definitely arbitrary arrest before, but administratively, Yaya's government is far ahead of this government. OIC, not a online type host, May 2020. So this is where I'm going to summarize. But Dodou, it was a pleasure to have you on Bantaba, and next time we will bring you here again, and also I'll bring Suleiman Ben Suare, because at the end of the day, we need to think outside the box to try to salvage our country, Dodou.
jërëjëf Sedile waxi rafet na trop I hope ne like I said li ma wax fii yëpp lu ci ñaaw rek ci man la waaye di was to waxtaan lu rafet comme niñ ko ñaanee suñ borom bi si beginning bi ñu ngi rek once again ñun am nañ yaakaar trop ci ne United Democratic Party at least there is something we can look up to, there is something we can hope for te comme ni ma ko waxee rek am an independent person su ma neexoon électrique ba bokk UDP man seetuma si lu keneen wax ak lu keneen taw waaye comme man rek mooy ne li ma tinki li ma tënkoon GDC moo ma tinki fi mu nekk nii maanaam dama bëgg a nekk koo xam ne at least dinaa mun a work with those non-partisan groups di leen educate di leen gën a understand law because tam soo nekkee in a political party in Gambia I mean, when you speak for the non-partisans, you become more or less effective. So because of li tax loolu mooy ne dañ laa jàppee rek loo wax rek ñu ne kii partem la ko yóbbu wala kii partem laa taxawal so loolu tax man ma jël position bi ma jël nii.
waaye it's good to have some people independent.
waaw Gambia bi exactly. te wootam tam soo gisee tam ma taxaw tey ne effectiveness ak li of the political party bi UDP am te démocratie mënuñ koo wax te bokkuñ effective political party because suñ ko su amul démocratie effective political party rek dafa nekk edop nekk one party state wala mu nekk mu mel ni moto boo xam ne amul sa machine so for that reason moo tax ñuy wax ne kon tey suñ fa amee ñu demee ni ñoom United Democratic Party ak yeneen parti yi nekk foofu even including GDC doy ak even yeneen parti yi nga xam ne benn jabara doom lañ am rek sax muy ñoom yeneen yi xaw ma naka lañ tuddaa xaw ma GPDP lañ ko xaw ma GPMC waaye yooyu noonu yëpp soo leen xoolee you know at the end of the day li ma dee wax rek mooy ne political parties yi mun nañoo bari mun ñu fa am 19 registered parties but you can see ne xëy na benn 3 or 4 ñoo fa effective so ñoo am leadership ñoo nekk di dox so loolu nag dafa war a loolu la ñoo fexe pour mu continuer ba pare voters yooyu noonu ñu understand loolu ba pare suñu waxtaanee ñu ni neen ñu d'accord nagutoo den ànd ci li nga xam ne mooy liggéey bi bokk a gis-gis bokk a yéene su ko defee ñu mun a génne suxali Gambie ci li nga xam ne mu ngi ci nekka so in the case of nag wera UDP dañoo taxaw ko ne de Ousainou Darboe ak not loolu ñoom ñu bàyyi ko ñoom UDP den suñu ko tax ci suma reason bu tax mënu ñëw vote ko mënu bi don't want to be living in the past there has some mistakes been made waaye ku nekk make na mistakes te comme ma saatini waxtaan bi rek su fekkee ne président Barrow tey mun naa toog ba ànda ak APRC Fabakary Tombong Jatta ñoo xam ne ku nekk gis nañ fu mu jaar ak ñoom ba Sidi Ndiaye si boppam moo doon bañ pour ñu suyaa ko indi Gambia kooku dem tey ku nekk of the house indi Gambia kon gisuma lu tax mënuñoo forgive and forget ñu forge ahead make sure ne we learn from the past and make sure ne we decide a very clear future so UDP in Honorable Ousainou Darboe who is very well meritable for the position to lead the Gambia. Like I said, we cannot keep on saying that dañ mer ne moo fi waxoon Moses wala moo fi waxoon Musa wala moo fi waxoon ne ku ko yóbbu court yooyu noonu yëpp politique la rek at the end of the day man that position da loolu laay wax
ku nekk juum na fii ku nekk def na fii loo xam ne warul
exactly what is important mooy what we are vying for what we are going for so maa ngi wax those non-partisan voters ñi nga xam ne ñu ngi nekk suma position ñu génn from that box comme ni nga ko waxee rek ñu start di think ahead di think for the bigger picture su ko defee ñu mun a ñëw together by 2026 even su fekkee ne président Adama Barrow dafa taxaw sax ñu won ko ne ko ñun gisaluñ président ñun dañoo vote based on performance te suñu fa defoon Ousainou Darboe for 5 years sax deful li nga xam ne loolu la war a def ñun suñu boppa ñu will go and vote him out and vote somebody else in so loolu la ñu war a nekkee right now in Gambia di vote on performance ñi nga xam ne tey ñun taxawal nañ leen si mayoral election bi yëpp ñu def seen i liggéey delluwaat seen i place yi ñooñu ñëpp ak ñi nga xam ne dañ ñëw ees ñëpp compétence biñ gis si ñoom ak démonstrate biñ démonstrate seen leadership ak mun seen liggéey biñ def ak njëriñ askan bi moo tax ñun tam ñu jàppale leen ndax ñu man ni ma ko dee waxee rek man Gambia kenn joxuma ma lekk kenn joxuma ma naan if anything man maa di jël suma alal Gambia so of course dima wax dama ko base rek on honesty and sincerity so maa ngi leen a ñaan yëpp di ñaanal waa Gambia yëpp di ñaan yàlla defal ñu fa jàmm yàlla soppi suñu xel yi soppi suñu xol yi ñun ñëpp ñu àndoo liggéey together pour Gambia dem kanam wasalaamualeykum wa rahmatullah
waaleykum salaam
rabbil alamin maa ngi leen a bàyyi ba next time inshallah
waaw jërëjëf Dodou jërëjëf amuloo morom jàmbaar ga jërëjëf